Okay, so with this preliminary practice, and now we are going to begin our intensive learning or workshop on the practice of meditation. And there was this beautiful story about the Buddha. Buddha Shakyamuni, right after his enlightenment, he was walking down the road, and some people, they saw him and they were amazed by his joyful, radiant presence. And they asked Buddha that, are you an angel? And Buddha said, no, I'm not an angel. And then they asked, are you a wizard or a magician? And Buddha said, no, I'm not. And then they said, are you a god? From heaven? And Buddha said, no, I'm not. And they keep asking so many questions. And then at the end, they asked Buddha, what are you? And Buddha simply said, awake. I'm just awake. And I think, when he said this one word, awake, that actually summarized the whole teaching of the meditation. Meditation, what is meditation? Meditation is just being awake. And when we are conscious or aware or being mindful with ourselves and with what we do, then that is called the meditation, right? So what is meditation really? There are so many different definitions of meditation. In some tradition, meditation is just about single-pointed, right? In some tradition, meditation is about analyzing. And some definition of meditation is about isolation, right? Isolation. And in some definition of meditation, it is just about closing everything, right? Closing everything, and then just kind of not encountering or not just kind of avoiding everything. So there are so many different definitions of what is meditation. And the simple meaning of meditation, as in the story, when Buddha said, I am just awake. So meditation is actually about being awakened. And how can we be awake? If we are doing mindlessly, right? If we are just kind of doing things, sort of say like multitasking, right? Driving the car, talking on the cell phone, right? And then, you're looking at your cell phone to text, and then eating something, and then just talking to your friends. It's just like even one single example in when we are driving, just kind of doing all this multitasking, what it creates. It creates distraction, right? So it creates distraction, and it is just it is not really awake. And many times we are doing something and then we are dreaming, right? It's like we are reading newspaper, and but we are somewhere else. And for example, we are all here, maybe our mind is somewhere else, right? Maybe we are in somewhere kind of dreaming. Then it is not awake. We dream when we sleep, right? So it is not a literal sleep, but it is kind of if we go into this like a distracted imagination world, then we are already distracted. So meditation is just about being in the moment. So it is like when we are being here in the moment, and sometimes I like to use the word being whatever you're doing. That is actually meditation. Being whatever you're doing. And action, like we do so many things, right? We just, even like we are sitting here, we think we are not doing anything. Actually, we are doing. Right? We are doing so many things. We are breathing. Isn't that a doing? We are breathing means we are doing something. And our heart is beating non-stop. Right? And that's doing something. And it's just kind of like it is always doing. So, like for example, when I'm talking here, you're listening, right? You're listening, and be the listener, right? Be the listener, and that is what is called being the doing. When you are being whatever you are doing. So when you are speaking, be the speaker. When you are eating, be the eater. Right? When you are walking, be the walker. When you are breathing, be the breather. I don't know if there's a word. Just making it up. Be the person who breathe. Right? Is there a word, breather? Is that? Okay.